Namaskar, welcome to one more session on rural management. We are discussing about rural tourism and its several aspects. What are we going to explore? Like I told you in the previous session, we are going to explore about how the rural women of India have empowered themselves. This is the part 2 of the particular topic. So now let us see the case study of the success story of Teek Maya Gurung. Where does she come from? She is a member name as Teek Maya Gurung. She is from self-help group Sahara, village Rolep, block Regu, and this is in East Sikkim, and the state is Sikkim. As you are aware, Sikkim, the capital is Gangtok. Sikkim, a beautiful Himalayan state in northeastern region of India, has strongly proven that livelihood and entrepreneurship is no more defined by gender, which is a key measure for economic upliftment of the developing nation like India. However, traditional mindsets often forms barrier to the rural women who lead harder life and are often discriminated with regard to land and property rights and access to facilities and handling the rural finance. But some women are rising above all these hurdles and doing very well due to their hurdles, and they are doing out of the sheer hard work and dedication. Teek Maya Gurung, who is aged around 29 years, who hails from village of Rolep in the block of Regu district of East Sikkim, is one such example of young, progressive and dedicated woman engaged in non-farm activity who belongs to BPL, below the poverty line, farmer family, and is educated up to class 4. She is now owner of 2 homestays and 1 tourist vehicle with an average income of 1.8 lakhs per annum. Teek Maya Gurung was just 16 years old when she fell in love and got married to a farmer in Rolep in Regu district. She started helping her husband, which led to hard hand-to-mouth existence, and both of them earned very less and they were totally dependent on agriculture. They did several activities for their livelihood but could hardly meet their basic needs to run their family. Later, she became mother of 2 sons and she was totally busy in nourishing their children. And I am explaining to her in her own words. She explained her future plans in her own words. I am planning to buy 1 more vehicle and expand my homestay along with additional facilities like trekking, bird watching, riverside camping and fishing to attract more tourist inflow. I also want to construct a greenhouse with organic fresh farm vegetables so that my guests can enjoy their stay, but all of my dreams will be possible only by taking loan from the self-help group and repaying back on time as I did earlier. I could never think of becoming an entrepreneur without joining the self-help group. The self-help groups at the grassroots level of India is really empowering women in the way they want to be empowered, in understanding their contextual difficulties and empowering them with the finances and the infrastructure and the community feeling that is very, very prevalent. So that needs to be fostered, enriched and empowered more. This is about, again, the role of rural women in rural tourism. Adi Kamana, our own kitchen house. Who are the members' name? That is Usha, Meenakshi, Reena, Saraswati, Mini and Divya. What is the self-help group name? Ambedkar Self-Help Group, Sindhuram Self-Help Group, Snehanidhi Self-Help Group, Priya Self-Help Group. The village Tirunelveli Panchayat, the block and mandal is Wayanad, the state is Kerala. The meaning of Adi Kamana is Katunaiki Adivasi languages, our own kitchen house. This is the name of the Adivasi woman decided to give to their canteen, which was their long cherished dream of initiating an eating place fully managed by Adivasi women in Tirunelveli Panchayat. The dream project is supported by the Tirunelveli Comprehensive Tribal and PVTC Development Program. The Tirunelveli Comprehensive Tribal PVTG Development Program is a special program initiated by National Rural Livelihood Mission for bringing sustainable development in the tribal predominant area in the Wayanad district. Tirunelveli, with the support of Kudumbashri District Mission of Wayanad, it started functioning in 2017. The main aims of the project are to attain socio-economic development, sustainable livelihood options and empowerment among the tribal communities in Wayanad, Papania, Adia, Katunika, Kuruma, Vetula Kurama, Cholanayaka and other places in Kerala district. You can see from the image how these Adivasi women have empowered themselves and they have managed to raise this kitchen. and they have managed a professional, it's like a more of a catering business kind of a thing. Here the destination is not too far. What is the name of the member? Mrs. Puli Sujata, village Koratikal, block Nerigonda, district is Adilabad, state Telangana. A tale about a poor self-help group woman who benefited from the AGEY scheme, helping the self-help group women, school children, the elderly and other villagers in her isolated village by connecting to the mainstream with the use of an auto rickshaw obtained under AGEY scheme. Miss Puli Sujata, wife of Suresh, a poor self-help group woman, belongs to scheduled caste from a remote village named Koratikal in Neredigonda block in Adilabad district, joined the self-help group in the year 2003 and involved in thrift and credit activities. In the initial days, she started saving in her self-help group with 30 rupees per month, and that was the time there was only 2 self-help groups in her village. Prior to joining the self-help group, the couple used to cultivate the ancestral agricultural land measuring around 1.5 acre, which is purely rain-fed. On completion of the agricultural work in their own land, she used to work in other fields in the village and neighboring villages, and her husband used to go as temporary driver on the tractors on daily wage basis. The income sources were meager due to drought conditions in agriculture sector, and uncertain and unassured wage employment put her family in economic crunch, and this led to, as usual, to debts due to huge interest rates that are charged by the local money lenders. That is where this lady has taken an auto and she started driving an auto and empowered herself under this AGEY scheme. Let's go to the next one. The next one is Manjita, source of inspiration for many. The profile of the bank Saki, Manjita Kumari, agent ID is given, bank name is also given, IDFCF, and what are the transactions she has done, and the self-help group name is Rani, and the panchayat and village is Kumarkol in Buzurg, and block is Sahidai Buzurg in Vaishali district in Bihar. Manjita Kumari, 31, started working as a bank Saki. See a new post, bank Saki, for IDFC Bank since June 2018. Today she is recognized in the village due to her hard work and initiative of becoming an entrepreneur. She has established her customer service point CSP outlet in Kumarkol Buzurg village of Vaishali district with an intention to bring banking services closer to the community. She has also upgraded her community service customer service point counter to provide additional services include ticket booking, printouts and filling out online examination forms. Today her work brings considerable ease for the community, complements her family's income and has created her identity in the society. This is one of the best things which the banking has done, IDFC Bank has done to Manjita Kumari. The way she has empowered people in her own community, if you can see the kind of services she has been providing, what are the additional services she has been providing? Ticket booking, printouts, filling out online examination forms, very important especially where the students and the youth are studying in the remote areas, filling out the examination forms and also bringing out the entire society together. So really we should appreciate IDFC Bank here and also Manjita Kumari and her self-help group also Rani, which is called Rani. But taking the cue from the examples, you can also start the self-help groups. The bank Saki, which has been given as a designation, can be extended to many others. Climbing the social ladder through the self-help groups. Member name is Lovitoli, self-help group is Hukutu and village is Kukie and the block is Sataka, district is Zunheboto, state is Nagaland. From being a farmer in 2014 to being a bank Saki and master bookkeeper today, Srimati Lovitoli of Hukutu SHE Kukie village under Sataka block and Zunheboto district of Nagaland has steadily emerged from a shy woman into a leader, inspiring others to be like her. Lovitoli is a tale of accomplishments and gratitude in face of abject poverty. As you know, aware, Nagaland had a lot of poverty issues and still having it. But still, if you can see the inspiring story from Mrs. Lovitoli, let us learn from her. She is aged 40 years old, wife of a farmer and mother of 7 children. Lovitoli was introduced to self-help group in 2014 with much objection from her husband, who now is proud of her accomplishment and supports her unconditionally. During one of the capacity building sessions, a story about a successful woman who was an amputee motivated her to gravitate towards new learnings every day, a mere housewife who had no qualms of becoming an entrepreneur, who had no ambitions, but she became an entrepreneur. And she has paved the way for other women in Nagaland also. Let us hear what she has to say. Before I joined the self-help group, I thought my life was revolved around my home and agricultural field only. She has risen above that. That my hands are for spade and mud, but over the years I have learned to operate a computer, now able to support the self-help groups in our block and various financial services. I used to see myself within the four corners of my house playing the role of a typical dutiful wife. It never occurred to me that one day I would be teaching and serving the community, especially my counterparts. I am forever grateful to the Nagaland State Rural Mission and the SHG platform. So now we can see here Mrs. Lavatoli is using a computer, laptop, internet in a remote village in Nagaland, and she is helping her community members and especially in the realm of financial services and self-help group. This is again of a bank Sakhi from Barnatara Tripura, the warrior, success story of a bank Sakhi. What is the name of the member? Barnatara Tripura. Self-help group is Swangsa Mahila Dal, Maira village in Satachan block, South Tripura, and this is in the state of Tripura. Despite several catastrophes in the personal front, Srimati Barnatara Tripura has shown the zeal to survive and achieve in life. It is the story of evolution of a self-help group woman from an ordinary member to become an extraordinary bank Sakhi, who has the record of making 211 self-help group credit linkages amounting to rupees 274.3 lakhs. Amazing figure, amazing amount. Who has a record of making 211 self-help group credit linkages amounting to 274.3 lakhs and getting 933 self-help group women. Getting 933 self-help group women enrolled into different insurance policies under the different schemes. She has conducted 7 financial literacy camps in different gram panchayats and village councils. She has opened 342 CBO savings account, which includes SHG accounts and village organization accounts. Having cleared the IIBF exam, she has also qualified for the banking correspondent. She got the best bank Sakhi award by NABARD, that is National Bank for Rural Development, on the eve of International Women's Day 2021, just a year ago. This is a story of a lady warrior who has risen from the ashes to become the bank Sakhi, receiving the best bank Sakhi award in 2021. Srimati Barnatara Tripura is a resident of Maira village council in Sachand block of South Tripura district in Barnatara Tripura. Is from a very poor family. Having 7 siblings, and she was believed to be having the sharpest brain amongst all of them in her school days. Due to financial difficulty, she dropped out of school in the 9th standard. Thereafter, she got married at a very young age, which led to her taking up more responsibilities and ordeals to run the family. In the hope of doing well, she joined the self-help group in locality near Chongsa Mahila Dal in 2015. She engaged herself in the activities of Mahila Dal regularly, and on 29th October 2015, she was selected by Tripura Rural Livelihood Mission for exposure visit to Andhra Pradesh to learn and observe more self-help group activities. The exposure visit changed her life. After returning from the exposure visit, she increased her services to additional self-help groups with the support of the Rural Mission. What does she say? I have seen many tough situations in my life. Now I just don't take them seriously. I know I can fight out all this. This is a common proverb. This is what Srimati Barnatara says. Really hats off to this lady who has come from a very poor family and she has become the #1 bank Sakhi. She has been awarded in the year 2021. Where there is a will, there is a way. Age-old quotation. It all starts, and gender has got nothing to do with it, and age has also got nothing to do with it. We have to learn from these kinds of real life heroes and heroines. These are the people who are our real role models in life. We should really salute them and respect them. Recognizing and responding to opportunities. What is this about? This is about Nikita Dhon. Self-help group Umaid. Village Fetri. This is in Block and Mandal, Katol. State Maharashtra. Nikita Dhon, initially a bank Sakhi and who later became a business correspondent Sakhi, has been successfully in linking self-help groups with bank credit in this process of becoming a strong support to her family. How did she do? The images are here. You can see the images, the products which she does it regularly. The journey of Nikita Dhon from a housewife to an actively working BC Sakhi of her own community is one of the fulfilling example speaking volumes about the success of this intervention. It all started with her becoming a member of Umaid self-help group, that is what we call it as Umeed in Hindi. Umeed self-help group, which brought to her increased awareness, knowledge exposure, thoughtfulness and skill, eventually urging her to take right actions for herself and her family. The self-help group membership made her learn about the forthcoming opportunity of MGNCRE. For 2 long years, she worked with the bank, learning and rendering services of MGNCRE for her community self-help group women. In one of the instances, she facilitated credit linkages of 85 self-help groups in 1 working day. That's a record achievement. 1 working day, 85 self-help groups were linked to the credit linkage program. Isn't that amazing? So Nikita Doan from Maharashtra has done a fantastic job. This is one particular case study which I am sharing is applicable to all the youngsters. We have to learn from this girl called Aparna. How, why, what did Aparna do? Where is she? So let us know about that. This particular name of this photograph of this girl which you are seeing in the slide is, her name is Aparna Vidhan Haldar. But her permanent address is in Gadricholi, Maharashtra. Right now she is working in Accuster Technologies in Gadricholi. What is her trade? As a lab assistant. The current employee is Dr. Lal Path Labs. So now she is working as a lab assistant, earning definitely more than 13 to 14,000 per month plus food and expenses. So now she here, what did she do? What did Aparna do? Let us listen and share this information in her own words. I come from a village in Gadricholi district of Maharashtra. My family is economically not very sound. My father is a farmer and works hard to fulfill the daily needs of the family. Due to financial difficulties, I had to leave studies in between and started supporting my father in his farming activities. This is a standard regular narrative across India. Most of the girl child, they drop out and they help their parents in the farming activities. From one of my friends, one day I learnt about the mobilization of camp being organized by a training agency called Accuster Technologies at the nearby block office. Out of curiosity, I went to attend the program along with my mother and was delighted to know about the DDU GKY program. This DDU GKY program is Deen Dayal Upadhyaya Gramin Kaushal Yojana program, initiated by the Government of India to skill the youth, to improve the skilling and giving them the new knowledge, exposure to the latest technologies. So when she heard about this DDU GKY program, the next day I visited a training center managed by the same agency and got to know the entire process of enrollment and the duration of the training program, and also about the placement opportunities one would get after the post training. I had seen my parents struggle to fulfill the necessities and eagerly wanted to support them in overcoming poverty. What a fantastic motivational thing. A young girl in Maharashtra who is motivated to see that her parents who are living in absolute poverty, she wanted to better their lives. And what did she do? She joined the DDU GKY program and she became, today she is a lab assistant. So then she registered, she says, as Aparna says, I registered myself through the Kaushal Panji application for the lab assistant course. I gave my best during the training program and stayed focused during the classes. During the training, I improved my communication skills and also got rid of my introvert nature as I had very little exposure to the outer world. The training not only improved my domain knowledge but also groomed my personality. I was later interviewed by Dr. Lal Path Lab and got selected. I am currently working as a lab assistant for a medical lab with a salary of 13,000 per month plus additional perks. I have been support for my family since then and also completing my higher studies through distance learning. Classic example, fantastic role model, Aparna. The over important, especially the youth who are watching this program, please understand what are the important skills that played a key role in the success of Aparna is she stayed focused during her training program. She knew what her goal was. She was very clear about her goal, and to support her goal, she understood what her weaknesses are. She knew she was an introvert by nature and she knew she had to get rid of this. Then she had improved upon her communication skills. By all these things, overall she changed her entire personality. With the improvement of communication skills, technical skills, overcoming the shy nature, by attending the job interviews properly, that is where she broke the ice. She got a job as a lab assistant and she will definitely go ahead because she is still continuing her education. She did not leave her education. That is what is very, very important, my dear friends. We have to learn till we die. Every day is a learning process. There is not a single day that life does not teach you. We need to learn every day, every moment. Be a learner always. That is why be focused. Never lose your focus. Yes, I am not saying, like Aparna said also, we cannot lose, we are not saying you should not entertain yourself. Please entertain yourself. Have a nice relaxed atmosphere. Very important for your mental health, physical health. But at the same time, never lose focus. Her focus was how to better my parents' lives. How to make my parents come out of poverty. She is working towards it. Definitely she will be a very good success. She will be very successful. She will be a very successful person in the future. I am sure about it. This is about Arunima. Pushing the limits through resilience. Resilience is fighting back. How to fight back faster. Let us know about her. Name Arunima Vijayan. Her permanent address is in Pattanamitta, that is in Kerala, in Thodupuja in Kerala. Now she is a retail sales executive. Where is she working? Right now she is working in King Fahad Hospital Al Bahad in Saudi Arabia. And what is she working as? She is working there as lab assistant. And what is her earning per month? Somewhere around 35,000 per month. 35,000 per month is what Arunima is earning. How did she do? What is the motivation? Let us know Arunima in detail. I enrolled myself in a training program for the retail sales trade associate and completely immersed myself in the class and spent time in learning and absorbing whatever our trainers taught us. See the focus here, my dear friends. The amicable environment in the class was helpful and motivating. Apart from training in the trade, I opted for other things like communication skills, interpersonal skills improved, which impacted my confidence, and I was ready to take with a leap of confidence. I got placed abroad in King Fahad Hospital in Al Baha in Saudi Arabia, which was a dream come true for me. Initially, I faced some issues regarding language, culture, etc., but I have adapted now. She would say that I would always dream of having a career wherein I could stand in on my feet and also support my family members. The family background matters and influences one's choices throughout and also impacts the outcomes. However, irrespective of family background, I was determined to move on the path that will take me to success through my willpower and resilience. My father works as a driver and the overall income of the family was very, very meager. I was always confident that I would give my best to whichever field I venture into for my career. However, one needs that opening which would propel you and once the path of success, and this is exactly I got my opening through a skilling initiative by Government of India and implemented in her home state of Kerala by Kudumbashri scheme. This Kudumbashri scheme was very, very helpful, benefiting many women, rural women. This scheme, again, it is coming from DDU GKY scheme, which gave a chance for rural youth to aspire for a career after the training program at the centers managed by the training centers, training providers. So this is the motivation which Arunima is giving to all of us. How you can bounce back. In spite of all the hurdles, how she bounced back, whose father is a driver. Today she is earning 35,000 in Saudi Arabia in a far away land and sending money back to her home. The next one. The next one is about Lusmita. What is it they say? Determination will determine where you reach. What is her name? As you can see from the picture, Lusmita Hajong. And where is she from? She is from Rongram, West Grove Hills, Meghalaya. And where did she do? She did it, this thing in Cardiac Research and Education Foundation. And today what is she doing? As a pharmacy assistant. And where is she working? At AJI Hospital in Hyderabad. And what is she working as? Guest Relations Executive. Today her earning is more than 22,000 per month. Now let us listen what Lusmita says. I come from a family which is fully dependent on farming and in present times in a very difficult to sustain a family through farming alone. So she clearly says that just agriculture will not support her family. So what did she do at that time? Our family is a close-knit one and was always supportive of each other. Having witnessed the hardships which our parents have gone through right from an early age, I was determined to help them in the best possible manner. I knew I was hardworking person, but then you would require a job to ensure that sustainable income is generated for that to happen. I was regularly interacting with my friends and acquaintances and was exploring ways to make my dream a reality. There were ways, but I could not decide the best way to find a job. That is when I was informed about a mobilization cum awareness camp, which was going in a nearby place. It was shared that it was being done on a part of some skill development program which is implemented by the government for the youth of the area. I happened to attend this camp, then got to know about the benefits being extended under DDU GKY program, which I mentioned it before, Deen Dayal Upadhyaya Gramin Kaushal Yojana program. It all seemed little too easy. Then I was told it was absolutely free. That's what motivated me to join the training program. Then they were given set of uniforms. Then she focused during her training program. I enrolled in the course in pharmacy and was given confidence that once I am done with the training, I could opt for the placement as per availability of the positions. Knowing that I could get a job kept me motivated. I kept on going with full complete focus, and with the help of the trainers and other staff, she finished her training and she got a job in AIG hospital, one of the premium leading hospitals in Hyderabad, and she got a job there as guest relations executive. So a girl from where? Meghalaya, working in Hyderabad. See the transformation, see the distance, see the kind of motivation, and see the kind of support she is giving back to the family. Now let's talk about a very strong woman. This woman we are trying to talk about is, her name is Kulwanti, and she says disability is all in the mind. What is she saying? Kulwanti Bada, permanent address in Jharkhand, Gadwa. And where is she working? In IT Tech Solutions Ranchi, Jharkhand. What is her trade? Sewing machine operator. She is currently working at Shahi Exports Private Limited at Ranchi as a tailor. Her salary is roughly around 10,000, 9,186 per month. What does she say, Kulwanti? Please listen very carefully. I come from an impoverished background. I am a person with disabilities. She is a person with disabilities. A difficult childhood along with disability had made me think that it would be very difficult for a person like me to progress in life. Loads of negative thoughts kept on coming in my mind for a long, which led to low confidence and impacted my morale. Our household's yearly income was around 30,000. The youth of today buy a phone of more than 50,000. I am sure you are having in your pockets right now the phone which is costing nothing less than 25 to 30,000. Here the entire yearly income was 30,000, and the family members were engaged as daily wage workers. My father also passed away when I was only 12 years old, and she is disabled lady, remember that. And I was only 12 years old. There were numerous issues which hampered my thought process, and it was a huge challenge to explore the ways to move ahead in life. Imagine what kind of first girl child, next disability, coming from an extremely poor family with no one to support, and how did she bounce back? I enrolled myself after speaking to my family with an aim to acquire some skills which could give me some form of employment. After all, who doesn't want to become financially stable in life? Perfect answer. I hope this question resonates with you. I repeat that question again. After all, who doesn't want to become financially stable in life? I completed my training successfully in sewing machine operator SMO trade and appeared in the assessment conducted by Apparel Sector Council. This is done by National Skill Development Corporation NSDC, and this is also done under Sector Skills Council, and this is done under different trades for different sector skill councils. So please visit the website Sector Skill Council, which I would definitely like to mention in the next few sessions. Don't mention that session. It's a very important session, especially for the trainers, students, and the people whom you are going to train them at the grassroots levels. This will be a really very interesting session which I will be doing, telling you about all the parameters required for different sectors, different councils. So please focus on this. Let us focus on that particular. But before that, let us learn from this great lady Kulwanti. I completed my training successfully in sewing machine operator trade and appeared in assessment conducted by the Apparel Sector Council. It was because of the confidence shown by the trainers of the IT Tech Solutions that I could start looking at life through different ways and started gaining positivity. See, as a trainer, as a facilitator, as a mentor, you can do great job. My only request to each one of you is, don't judge people based on whatever their economic conditions is. Don't judge people. Please show empathy. Don't show sympathy. Nobody wants your sympathy. Show empathy. What is empathy? Putting yourself in that person's shoes. Understanding the person in their perspective. That's what the learning which is coming out from here, from Kulwantiji's life. It was because of the confidence shown by the trainers of ID Tech Solutions, hats off ID Tech guys, that I could start looking at life through different ways and started gaining positivity. The confidence increased and slowly my life started coming back on track. I was elated when I landed a job at Shahi Exports Limited in Bengaluru in November 2019, just 3 years back or 4 years back. Change is happening. देश बदल रहा है. क्या आप बदल रहे हो या नहीं? क्या आप बदलाव चाहते हो या नहीं? ये आपके ऊपर निर्भर पड़ता है. आप डिसाइड कर लीजिए. You have to decide. The fantastic thing on Kulwantiji. Let's go to the next one. Next one is about Maini. She is saving lives. Great high. Maini Kumari is from Lakapura Pranpur, that is in Katihar in Bihar. The PIA where she studied, Don Bosco Tech Society in Katihar. Trade General Duty Assistant, GDA. Current employer is HN Reliance Hospital in Mumbai. And what is she working as? Patient Care Associate. Very important. And the salary that she is drawing is 15,990, roughly around 16,000. Now let us know about Maini Kumari. Then I will be telling you something about Patient Care Associate. I am Maini and I belong to an economically disadvantaged family from a small village, Satrampur in the Katihar district of Bihar. After taking my intermediate exams, I had to discontinue higher education owing to financial constraints. I wanted to shoulder the responsibility of supporting my family, and so I wanted to work eagerly, and there were few challenges. Lack of proper communication and interpersonal skills came in my way of finding a decent paying job. Soon after I was married off, and that is when my husband made me realize the need to be self-sufficient in life. So what did she do? Let us learn from Maini. I then attended the training with utmost sincerity. I repeat, I then attended the training with utmost sincerity and found it to be interesting and informative. After the completion of my training, I was selected to work at HN Reliance Hospital, Mumbai under Compass India as a patient care associate. My monthly salary was fixed around 15,998. Everything was going well until the world was hit by the deadly coronavirus, and I was no exception to it. With the steep rise in the demand for healthcare workers, I was asked to join the job immediately. Upon reaching the work locations, I was quarantined for 10 days. Once the quarantine period was over, I started working and tested positive for COVID-19 while doing their duty. However, undeterred by this kind of situation, I still continue to work and still doing a great job. So hats off to this lady who is a worker, who was a worker during this COVID situations also. She has helped so many people. A youngster coming from a small village in Bihar, working in Mumbai. See the kind of juxtaposition is happening across the country, from Meghalaya to Hyderabad, from Bihar to Mumbai. See the kind of beautiful blend that is happening. That's what we call it as unity in diversity. That is the strength of India. We cannot afford to lose that at any point of time for anything, and it is not worth it also. India believes in unity in diversity. Let us keep up that spirit of India. Next, we are going to talk about Priyanka. Dreams do become a reality. Who is Priyanka? Priyanka Khatarkar. She is from Betul in Madhya Pradesh, and she worked as a retail associate. Current employer is Bata in Bengaluru, and she is working as senior sales associate, and her salary is 30,000 per month, 30, not 13. Her salary is 30,000 per month. Now let's listen what Priyanka has to share with us. I was born and brought up in a village named Sukandara, which is an Amla block in Betul district. I am the eldest among my siblings. I would like to think that I was always a responsible child as I grew up. I got everything which my family could afford, even though the family's income was quite low. I was aware of our financial condition and somehow managed to complete my education till 12th standard and discontinued My further education due to increasing difficulties. My father is a farmer and financially we are dependent on seasonal crops, whereas my mother is a homemaker. I always wanted to be a self-dependent, that made me more determined to find a job and complete my education. And see this lady, she was awarded also the prize, Senior Sales Associate at Bata, Bengaluru, 30,000 per month. What a fantastic thing from Priyanka. These are the real life heroines, warriors, who have struggled against all odds in life to become successful. Isn't it? Isn't it so motivational to read about all these fantastic women entrepreneurs? Now let us go and see. What the next one is, name is also Priyanka. Now let us see what she has to say. This is about Priyanka Saini. She comes from Baneta Tonk in Rajasthan. So wherever she was trained on Hindustan Latex Family Planning Promotion Trust. Her trade was General Duty Assistant. Her current employer is Krishiv Healthcare in Jaipur. She is working as nursing assistant, 12,500 per month. What does Priyanka Saini say? I come from a family which has 6 members and it was difficult time with all of us struggling. We all kept thinking of better times ahead. Coming from rural belt of Tonk district in Rajasthan, being a family striving to make a career post study was a tough dream to have. I was already studying hard and was in my second year pursuing BA course. However, due to certain reasons, I was also yearning to work from an early age, having seen my family struggle since beginning. This was the reason I was always looking for opportunities to pursue some kind of professional or similar course which was job oriented and would help me in acquiring the required skill set and as per market needs to be a decent job that could be secured. So right now she is working as a nursing assistant. Earlier we have talked about the mining, she was working as a patient care associate. Let me share some important information, my dear friends, here. Lot of foreign countries, especially United States of America, United Kingdom, Australia, where the general surgeries, the cost of healthcare has shot up by more than 200 to 300 times. I am talking of pre-COVID times. Post-COVID, you can imagine how much it has touched. All these people are looking forward to India. For what? For medical tourism, medical wellness programs. They want to come to India. Why? Because the quality of medical care which our people can provide is at 1/4 the cost. Right? We have got the best of the doctors, best of the surgeons, best of the orthopedics, best in pain physicians who can handle it. But the most important aspect is the people, the surgery, everything is done in a matter of 3 to 4 hours, in a matter of 5 to 6 hours. After that, the most important person is somebody who can take care of the patient, patient care, the nursing attendant, the operation theatre nurse, the OT nurse plays a key role. Now let me ask you one straight simple question. Now you will find that answer amazing, but let me tell you, that answer is the truth. Okay? Can you please, any of you please tell me what is the second language in Saudi Arabia, in the Gulf? What is the second language? Yes, most of you might be saying Urdu, Arabic, right? For your kind information, let me tell you, I am proud to say the second language unofficially or officially is Malayalam. Why? Because 99% of the operation theatre nurses are from the state of Kerala, and we are proud about it. The operation theatre nurses there, it is literally, I can proudly say it is ruled by the Malayalis there. So that is why we have to see, that is the kind of empowerment we are talking about. So we need lots of people, especially in the healthcare sector, patient care associates, post-operative treatment, that is where women are required, men are required, youngsters are required. If you get trained under the NSDC program, if you can get trained under DDU GKY program, you can get jobs at your own place. Now one more important aspect which I would like to share with you is lot of senior citizens. The population of senior citizens is increasing, and especially in urban areas, they want caretakers. You can become a caretaker for a senior citizen if you are a trained person as a nursing attendant like Priyanka Saini or like Maini. If you can take care of senior citizens, you yourself can be an entrepreneur to start a group of networking of youth, of male and female attendants who can take care of senior citizens, earn the money, be an entrepreneur by yourself. It all depends upon how professionally you manage and run the organization, how ethically and how honestly you run the organization. Let's go to the next one. Her name is Rudrani. Confidence can do wonders. Where is Rudrani from? Rudrani Kumari. Again, she is from Jharkhand and she is working in Shahi Exports Limited in Ranchi. Right now she is working as a warden. Her salary is 13,000 per month. Let us know about Rudrani. My mother and father are daily wage laborers. They do not have any formal education. Somehow I completed my intermediate exams and my parents got me married. My husband is a single child in his family and thus his parents were dependent on him completely. I was in an abusive and difficult marriage. My in-laws were supportive, but they could not do much about the situation. I wanted to do something, but my growth was hampered due to lack of education and adequate support. What did she do? I decided to enroll myself for the sewing course. The first day boosted my confidence and made me believe in myself and in my basic skill set. Despite all these ordeals, I started my classes with focus and sincerity and completed the course in time, and was happy to know that agency which has trained me has also offered me the job in one of the factories managed by them. I joined the job happily and felt that using the sewing machine I was not stitching clothes, but I was picking up the broken dreams of my life and sewing them too. Fantastic. What a way to compile it. I repeat it. I love this sentence. I joined the job happily and felt that using the sewing machine I was not stitching my clothes, but was also picking up the broken dreams of my life and sewing them too. What a way to express. Hats off to this girl, Rudrani, the way she managed to bring each pieces of her life together. Now today she is a happy soul. See the smile on this lovely face. The next one is Shika. She is a COVID warrior and has a nice ring to it. Let us see. Shika Haldar. She is from Dularpur Mandal, from Pargana in West, 24 Parganas in West Bengal. The location for where she got trained, brainware skills, general duty assistant. Current employer is Pushpita Healthcare in Kolkata as a nursing attendant. Her salary is 18,000 per month, 18. What does she say? I am Shika Haldar and belong to an economically poor family from an interior village of Dulalpur in South 24 Parganas district in West Bengal. I was married off quite early when I was in class 10th. Again, a major problem across India. In the year 2003, and it was 2003, as it was a societal norm. My husband worked as a lease farmer and was able to earn nearly 3,000 per month. We were suffering from huge financial crisis and it was very difficult for us to carry on, and she was finding it difficult to meet the expenses for her son's education and day-to-day requirements of the family. And then what did she do? She joined this particular program as general duty assistant. Now today she is working in Kolkata at Pushpita Healthcare, earning roughly around 18,000 per month. What a tremendous 360-degree change in her life. What education, skilling can do. You have to take that inspiration from these people. If you are well off compared to these people, if you are using a phone which is more than 20,000, her monthly salary is 18,000. My dear friends, remember the payback time for India has started, and it starts with you, and it starts with us, with all of us. We have to work as one team to revive India. India is ours. We have to revive India from the grassroots levels. It's high time that we stop being a glorified laborers in their foreign countries working for multinational companies. And those people who have been educated at the cost of Indian taxpayers' money, working in the prestigious institutes, today they are working as glorified laborers in multinational corporations. So please, my dear friends, please remember, this is what I would like to say. Payback time has started. Let us develop India. Every state, every culture, every caste, every religion is mine. I am an Indian. That should be the spirit behind everything that we do. Let's go and see the next one. Now we are trying to talk about Vishnubai. No one can help you but yourself. What does Vishnubai say? Vishnubai is from Nazirabad district from Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. And what is the institution? RUDSCTI, Ready City in Bhopal. Today, what a trade, woman's tailor. She earns 15,000 per month as a woman's tailor. I would not like to say she is a woman's tailor. I would like to say she is a fashion designer. Let us change the nomenclature. I hate the traditional nomenclature, which I told you in my first session itself. Dignity of labor starts with the changing in the nomenclature. If my father is a cobbler, I will say he is a shoe designer. If my mother is a tailor, I will say she is a fashion designer. If my father is an auto driver, I will say my father is in the transportation business. If my father is a mestri, I'll say he's in the construction business. Give respect. And don't ever say my father is a farmer. Say my father is an agriculturist. Yes, this has been my motto. I've been spreading this word everywhere across the country. At every session that is required. Please never ever say my father is a farmer only. Say with great pride and say my father is an agriculturist. Give respect to your father's profession. Give respect to your mother's profession. Attitude, skills and knowledge makes tons of difference, tons of difference. The live women here coming from economically disadvantaged sections of the society. See the fantastic way how they are motivating, how they are charging us. If they can do it, everyone can do it, and they have shown it live. Now let us learn what Vishnubai did. Vishnubai belongs to a middle class agricultural family. She could study only up to 8th standard, and she was married off at a very young age. The condition of the husband's family wasn't stable either, and she returned to her parents within a year and a half. Her problems did not resolve though, as her brothers refused to support her financially. She soon began searching for work to support herself and started taking up small time stitching work. That is where she joined this DDU GKY program, that is at Rudi Sethi at Bhopal. Now today, as a fashion designer, as a woman's tailor, technically to speak, she is earning definitely 15,000 per month. What a classic, great case studies that we have shared here, my dear friends. Please share this entire thing with a lot of people around you. If you have really felt that this particular videos which you are seeing has made a difference in your lives. We have to promote this rural tourism. Now let's go to the next one. The next one is all about the video link which I am showing you. This is about International Women's Day, which is on March 8th, if you have not forgotten. This has been done, this video has been done by Dima Business School. With this, thank you very much. Jai Hind.